1963. Well, a few minutes ago, we left our astronauts in training back in 1959. 2 years have gone by. They're ready to go into space, but just like Wazz, the first person going into space would not be an American, but a Russian. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin on April 12, 1961. Using his Vostok spacecraft, the flight that lasted about 15 and a half minutes.
This is the Mercury capsule, the first capsule they used to send a person into space.
Within a decade, and that kicked the Mercury program into high gear. Just 2 months later, Gus Grissom duplicated Alan Shepard's flight in the following February. On February 20th, 1962, American astronaut John Glenn ordered a bigger rocket, the Mercury Atlas. That's the one you see there with 109D on the bottom. Now, the Atlas was an IC.
That one, 109D.
It would be put an asteroid orbit around the Earth. And that's what John Glenn did on February 20th, 1962, circling the Earth 3 times in 4 hours and 56 minutes. Scott Carpenter duplicated that flight in May. Wally Schirra doubled it to 6 orbits of the Earth in October. And the following May, Mercury astronaut Gordon Cooper became the last American to fly into space alone, circling with his spacecraft Faith 7 around the world 22 times in 34 hours. If you look back in history, just 36 years before, American aviator Charles Lindbergh flew non-stop New York to Paris in 33 hours. 36 years later, Mercury astronaut Gordon Cooper didn't fly New York to Paris, but around the entire world 22 times. It's 1 hour longer than it took Lindbergh to fly to Paris once. Well, the Mercury program was over. It was time to proceed with Project Gemini. At the end of Project Mercury, we knew that Americans could go into space for a day and a half. That's a lot easier than flying to the moon and landing on it. So we had to accomplish 4 things in order to proceed. Number 1, that trip to the moon is going to take at least a week. We've only been in space for a day and a half. Second, when you get to the moon, you're going to want to explore. Well, we don't have a spacesuit that we could use outside the spacecraft. 3, if you develop such a suit, could you actually do useful work while wearing it? And then finally, our landing scheme would land one spacecraft on the moon, the other would circle overhead. They had to be able to find each other and connect to each other in order to come back safely to the Earth. So Project Gemini would answer those questions. We used a bigger rocket called the Gemini Titan, one right behind you, this 12.55 at the bottom. The 2 men in space. Now, on the very top of that rocket, under that white nose cone, called the thruster, you can put a spacecraft like Ranger, launch it to the moon and take pictures, or you can put a Mariner 2 spacecraft in there and fly all the way to Venus. But you can also put a connection system in there. Launch that rocket, 100 minutes later, launch your crew, and the crew could connect their spacecraft to that machine stage as they're both flying at 17,500 miles an hour, or 5 miles a second. Very gentle maneuver, but something we needed to do if we wanted to get back safely from the moon. Now, we ended the Gemini program with Gemini 12 astronaut Buzz Aldrin doing a spacewalk where he actually did useful construction activities while wearing a spacesuit. The stage was set for our final program, Project Apollo, a bigger rocket, the Saturn 1B, 224 feet long. The first crew is going to be launching in mid-February 1967. Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Peale. But during a pre-flight test on January 27, 1967, there was a fire aboard the Apollo spacecraft. Before the Apollo spacecraft was ready to fly again. The crew of Apollo 7 in October 1968. After that, we were ready to go to the moon with an even bigger rocket called the Saturn V. Now, we don't have a Saturn V on display here at the visitor complex. However, when you do go on your bus tour today, the bus will drop you off at the Saturn V Center. You'll see a real Saturn V moon rocket. The Saturn 1B is 224 feet long. Saturn 5 is 140 feet longer. Or
Pirate's gun.
Pirate's gun?
During the centuries of Spanish exploration, regular trips to the Americas to deliver merchandise and find treasures and precious metals.
You are inside of the building now. You are inside now. Do you know why? You know walk around and everything. That's right.
Ruby.
Davion, you don't just split up away from us. We stay together. Child's play. No, child's play. Boy. Boy.
What's this lot, Ruby? Child's Play. From 8.
This is number 1, then that's the number 2, then that's number 3.
There's some mottled ducks is number 2. Great blue heron is 3. And the American alligator. Open the bag up, it's at the top, don't drop anything out. Well? Is it done up, is it? Energy path, Ruby. Creates energy by standing on it.
Yeah.
astronaut in University Theater at 3 p.m. If you would like to get an autograph from an astronaut, they will be on the second floor of the space shuttle from 4 p.m. until 4:45 p.m. Now, how many of you, this is your first time here? You are in for a treat. You will see things here that you cannot see nowhere else on Earth. And the good thing is, this is not Disney. These rockets are real. 98% of what you see here is real and authentic, right down to the alligators. So sit back, relax. How did they get up here? They're so large. Well, they shipped them here, piece by piece, part by part. Once they got all the parts and pieces here, they assembled each crawler here. The top surface of each crawler is as big as a Major League Baseball diamond infield. Each crawler has 8 tracks. Each track has 57 cleats. Each cleat weighs 1 ton. You heard in the video of the top speed of the crawler when it's fully loaded with the rocket and equipment. But when it's unloaded, it can really move at 2 miles per hour. And it gets amazing gas mileage. 32 feet to the gallon. Ladies and gentlemen, to your right front, this gray piece of equipment is Mobile Launch Platform number 3. The mobile launch platforms were used at the launching of the Apollo and shuttle missions. This platform is special because this is the platform that Apollo 11 lifted off from, the landing on the moon mission. Right now, it's being modified and refurbished to accommodate, as the sign says, the new Omega rocket that they plan on launching off that platform in 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, to your right front, with the dark windows, that is the Launch Control Center. And I'll tell you more about that later on in the tour also. Ladies and gentlemen, to your direct front, over the sand dunes, the Atlantic Ocean. Ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy Space Center has... Hot dog, I just forgot how many miles of untouched beach. Just that quick. Anyway, Kennedy Space Center has lots of miles of untouched beach. I'm just kidding. It's actually 43 miles of untouched beach. This is one of the few areas in Florida where you can come to the beach and you do not see hotels, condominiums, resorts, or ron-johns. That's because this is a wildlife refuge and the area is protected. The beach is actually a sea turtle nesting site. Ladies and gentlemen, to your left front, this giant golf ball looking structure is a fuel tank for the rockets. This one holds liquefied hydrogen. There's an identical one on the opposite side of the pad that holds liquefied oxygen. They maintain the temperature in those tanks at a minimum of minus 200 degrees below zero. Each tank can hold between 850 to 900,000 gallons. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pause up here and allow you a quick photo of pad 39A, so get your cameras ready. You can move a little closer to the window while I'm sitting here. Did everyone get a photo? Okay, now on to launch pad 39B.
Launch pad 39A has been NASA's rockstar launch pad here at the Kennedy Space Center for the last 50 years. Pretty soon, though, as NASA strives to make its next great leap to return to the moon and onto Mars, the spotlight may shift here to launch pad 39B. I'm standing in the flame trench of launch pad 39B. During a launch, temperatures in this area can get up to 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. 39B was built for the Apollo program and was used for the launch standing right now?
We're standing on the pad surface of Launch Complex 39B, the future launch site of the SOS rocket.
Where does the rocket actually go around here?
It sits on top of those mount mechanisms on top of the mobile launcher. The tower is going to be up on the north end, the vehicle just south of that. And ultimately, it'll fly up through the center of the lightning protection, around 600 feet above us.
Which one is the lightning protection system?
Lightning protection is the 3 towers around us and the catenary system up above it. They protect the vehicle from the lightning strike and take all of the current from the lightning down into the ground.
Now, this is a really big rocket, so I imagine there had to be modifications to this launch pad to support the SLS?
There's been a large amount of modifications over the past bunch of years. Mainly, we tore down the fixed service structure that was here for shuttle, the rotating service structure that was here during shuttle, modified a lot of large piping systems.
So much has changed here.
Other than the concrete we're standing on and some of the minor things underground, everything is brand new or completely refurbished, ready to support the next vehicle.
Well, Nick, thank you so much for showing us around Launchpad 39B. This is a really cool place. So while Launchpad 39A has the pedigree of sending humans to the moon, you now know that Launchpad 39B has a very bright future as NASA works toward crewed missions back to the moon and on to Mars. I can't wait.
Following the Apollo program, Launchpad 39B hosted 53 space shuttle missions. Today, the facility is a clean pad, meaning it does not house a permanent launch tower. That mobile launcher you saw earlier will be set here by the crawler transporter for SLS launches. During the refurbishment, 1.3 million feet, over 400,000 meters of copper cables were removed and replaced with 300,000 feet, 91,440 meters of fiber optic cable. The 3 lightning towers, each 600 feet, 183 meters high, taller than the VAB, were installed to provide protection from a lightning strike that could damage the rocket before launch. After all, Florida is the lightning capital of the United States. This launch pad is full of impressive features. The water tower over there holds 400,000 gallons, over 1.5 million liters of water. All of that water is dumped on the mobile launcher and inside the flame trenches in less than 30 seconds during a launch. That's roughly 1.1 million gallons per minute, fast enough to empty roughly 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools in 1 minute. The water not only cools off the launch pad and equipment, it helps suppress the incredibly powerful sound waves that could damage the spacecraft during liftoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, before they started using water to suppress the sound of the rockets were so loud they were breaking windows in Titusville. That's 15 miles away. You heard that Florida is the lightning capital of the United States, and they told you of the equipment that they use to protect the rockets from being struck by lightning. But Apollo 12, it lifted off from pad 39A. As it was going through the atmosphere, it created static electricity, causing it to be struck by lightning not once but twice, knocking out the computer systems, endangering the lives of the astronauts because the rocket was still headed into space and they had no control. Fortunately, an engineer by the name of John Aaron came up with the idea: turn the computer off, turn the computer back on. The very first reboot, and they went on to have a very successful mission. Ladies and gentlemen, around the corner on the right is a pond that we sometimes see alligator in, and we'll slow down and take a look. The alligator from this pond have been known to go inside that building. I don't see any today, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe they're in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, to your right, sitting on top of pad 39B, is the new piece of equipment that I spoke of, the new 380-foot tall mobile launcher. As I said, it's a combination of the fixed service structure and the mobile launch platform. It was brought out here by the crawler, and is built for the SLS, Space Launch Systems Heavy Lift Rocket, the newest and most powerful rocket in history. NASA plans on launching that rocket along with the new space capsule Orion off this platform from that launch pad in the future, and they'll return to the moon in their attempts to reach Mars. Ladies and gentlemen, that piece of equipment weighs 10.5 million pounds as it sits on the launch pad.
Today's spacewalk, which officially marks the 1,000 hours spent.
We're here at Rome's Space Shuttle Atlantis, which played a key role in the assembly of the International Space Station, or ISS. I'm here with Bill Dowdell, who's the technical director of the ISS. Hi, Bill, can you tell us what is the purpose of the space station?
The space station was built to conduct research. We're in partnership with Russia, Canada, Japan, Europe, and we're working with companies from all over the planet to be able to do that science and technology development up there. We're working with
The epicenter of the aerospace industry, employing over 100,000 people in Florida. What was once a rural farming community just 60 years ago is now a multi-user spaceport shared by the United States government and private industry. You'll get to see that private industry at work throughout the tour.
So why did NASA choose this section of the Florida coastline to base its launch facility? It's not just because astronauts like the beach. The warmer weather provides opportunities for launches to occur year-round. Most importantly, the safest place to launch a rocket is over the ocean, away from populated areas. There is actually a scientific purpose for launching from here, because we get a speed boost from the Earth's rotation. Imagine yourself riding a carousel. The further you are from the center, the faster you're traveling around the circle. Florida is closer to the Earth's equator, so launching from Florida is like riding closer to the outer edge of the carousel. We harness the extra speed from the Earth spinning on its axis to help slingshot rockets into space. When NASA was created, the land previously occupied by the United States Army, Navy, and Air Force became the Launch Operations Center, or LOC, and was put under NASA's supervision. In 1963, President Lyndon B. Johnson called for the renaming of the LOC to honor the late President John F. Kennedy, who had challenged the nation to landing a man on the moon. To this day, it is still referred to as the John F. Kennedy Space Center, or KSC.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may have noticed that we here at NASA love to use acronyms. KSC, LOC, VAB. You're on the BUS. Ladies and gentlemen, to your direct front across the water, you will see Cape Canaveral. This is where the space program got its start in the 1950s with the military launching rockets. I'm going to point out the 3 active launch pads on Cape Canaveral. Ladies and gentlemen, to your right front, the 4 600-foot tall lightning towers, that's pad 41. To your direct right, the 4 600-foot tall lightning towers, that's pad 40. To your right rear, the first small white building, that's pad 37. Those are the 3 active launch pads on Cape Canaveral.
Here we are at the home of the most historic launch pads in the world. Just behind me are launch pads 39A and 39B. These 2 pads launched every single space shuttle mission to assemble and service the International Space Station, to launch the Hubble Space Telescope, to deploy satellites, and to conduct scientific experiments. We're looking out at launch pad 39A, where every man who walked on the moon began their journey. 82 space shuttle missions also launched from right here. Since the space shuttle program ended in 2011, this launch pad has been transformed to accommodate a private space organization. Can you guess?
SpaceX, the venture started by tech entrepreneur Elon Musk in 2002, signed a 20-year lease for the use of pad 39A. You may have watched their Falcon Heavy test flight, the one that sent a Tesla Roadster into space. This is where it launched. The Falcon Heavy rocket is currently the most powerful operational rocket in the world by a factor of 2. SpaceX made history in 2012 when it delivered their Dragon spacecraft into orbit to rendezvous with the International Space Station, making SpaceX the first commercial company ever to visit the space station.
You can see that same Dragon capsule back at the Visitor Complex and the NASA Now exhibit. Since then, SpaceX has made numerous deliveries to the ISS, and some of their Dragon capsules have been used more than once. But the Dragon capsule isn't the only hardware they reuse. Yes, I'm talking about reusable rockets. SpaceX expertly lands many of their rocket boosters after launch. Sometimes they land back here at Cape Canaveral, while others may land on an autonomous drone ship floating in the ocean. The ability to recover and reuse rocket boosters is one of the most exciting developments in the aerospace industry in recent years. This advance in rocket technology is helping to bring down the cost of launching payloads into space, allowing more and more exciting technology to be deployed for use.
Hi, I'm John Murator. I'm the Director of Launch Operations here at Pad 39A. We got the keys to Pad 39A from NASA on April 14th, 2014, and we started a really radical transformation of pad. One of the biggest things you notice right away is the big hangar we built because we use horizontal integration for the rocket. And the other big thing that we've done is we've had to convert the pad from what's called a mobile launcher pad concept, where rockets assembled on a pad, or the space shuttle as it was at the time, and rolled here with all of its support equipment to a situation where the pad is sitting on the flame trench, and we just move the rocket to it and lift and get ready to launch. 39A is where Americans are going to return to space, launching from American soil. And we're going to launch American crew members on the Dragon on top of the rocket on a single core. What's pretty exciting about this place is this place gives SpaceX room to grow. We can put some amazing big rockets on this pad because it's a huge facility. And we're pretty excited about what this is going to bear for the future of SpaceX.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard, SpaceX has leased Pad 39A, and they have modified the pad to accommodate their rockets. But the pad still consists of the fixed service structure, which was used in the launching of the Apollo and shuttle missions. On top of the fixed service structure is an 80-foot tall landing mast. You can compare that to the Mercury Redstone rocket, which was only 83 feet tall. SpaceX has covered the fixed service structure, and they've added the crew access hall, the black and white piece that extends from it. The astronauts will walk across that to board the space capsule. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, to your right, Cape Canaveral. Most of your unmanned rockets are launched from Cape Canaveral. Most of your manned rockets are launched from Kennedy Space Center, Pad 39A or B. Ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy Space Center sits on 144,000 acres.
No, it's a Saturn V. It's Saturn V. It's the Saturn V rocket. See how big it is? You can see inside the boosters. Where's Ruby? Okay. Yeah. It's an actual capsule. It's what they actually sat in.
Is
See how
it the real
small
one?
it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it still boring now?
Nope.
There you go. Same with this Reuben.
That's the front part of the rocket, I think.
That's the what?
I think that's the front part that detaches from that part and then continues on in space.
Shows you all the inside, doesn't it?
Yeah, then you got first stage, second stage, and then the third stage is down the end there. Yeah, how they all stack on top of each other.
Photoshop all my heads in it. Photoshop all my face in it.
He's round the other side.
Reuben, do you know that? That once a year, the moon appears closest than usual. It's called a supermoon, where it's closest to the Earth.
Superman is supermoon.
That's good, you're not supposed to. Thank you. That's good, you're not supposed to. Thank you. That's good, you're not supposed to. Thank you. Thank you. That's good, you're not supposed to. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Here we go. Woo. Oh. Is it off? It's off. What's that? Look at this now.
I don't think you were going that fast, were you?
Do it again so you don't can film me. Do it again so you don't can film me. You've got to come and jump on this at the end. Okay? Ready? Jump on what? Jump on this at the end. Right, ready, steady, go.
Jump on it.
You jump on it.
45.
Ready, Daddy?
Gear down and
It says put your feet down to stop.
touchdown. Nose gear descending now.